Just today, Garmin has released the Tactix 8 on their site, and the watch will be available to order on the 21st of February. I thought this watch would debut in January, and even though I missed the mark on that date, it's here now, so let's see if this watch hits the bullseye. For those that are not familiar with the Tactix series, this is a tactical version of the Phoenix watch. So Tactical, Phoenix, Tactix. So think of everything you get with the current gen Phoenix plus some very specific tactical features. Honestly, if you know a lot about the Phoenix 8 and what came in the Tactix 7, you could kind of stop the video here. But wait, actually do not do that. Maybe there's a crazy new feature that's never been released before on any other watch, and I mean, well, kind of there is, but we'll get to that in a second. Let's quickly cover the different models that are going to be debuting here. So firstly, they all have premium builds, which means we're getting titanium bezels and backs, as well as sapphire screens. And now, for the first time ever, the Tactix 8 comes in a 47mm size. Smaller wrist kings rejoice. This is only available in an OLED version though, so no solar MIP version of the 47. So that 47mm OLED will run you $12.99. So it starts $100 more than the top end cost of the Phoenix 8, which is their 51mm size. And now if we bump the Tactix 8 up to the 51mm size, we're looking at $13.99 for either the OLED or solar version of that watch. Finally, the most expensive version of the Tactix 8 is the Solar AB Elite Edition, which will run you $15.99. Now, this is the 51mm solar MIP version, and it comes with the Elite edition of the Applied Ballistics software. The other versions of the watch come with the Light edition of the software, and the difference is that the Elite version provides solutions all the way out to 5,500 yards, which is multiple miles, and has custom drag curves, so you could adjust for custom bullet drops and I guess stuff like that. So basically, if you're an extreme long-range shooter, you want the absolute best ballistics calculator on your wrist, then I guess it's worth the extra few $100. Okay, so let's talk battery life next. The OLED version of the 47mm comes in at 16 days with raise to wake. 51mm will stretch that to 21 days. And finally, the solar MIP, which is also 51mm size, will come in at 30 days without solar contribution, or up to 48 days with regular sun exposure. And those numbers should look familiar because they're the exact same claim specs of the Phoenix 8. I've heard some people reporting differences from Garmin's official specs, so definitely do some homework if that's an extremely important feature to you. Physical features of the Tactix 8 include an LED flashlight, which is quickly becoming a Garmin signature feature, and you're also getting the signature Tactix bezel, which I always thought looked just a little bit nicer than a Phoenix bezel. There's also some textures now on the button faces instead of the smooth button face of the Phoenix 8, so I guess that is a bit more tactical. And of course, you're getting quick fit watch bands as well. Checking out watch software features, what you have here is a Phoenix 8. It's the same new UI that was introduced on the Phoenix 8. It's used all over the Tactix 8. You're getting the same exact software experience. You have the same dive rating of 40 meters, so it's built the same way with the buttons. You have the same microphone and speaker available. So functionally, for day-to-day usage, you've got a slightly cooler looking Phoenix 8 on your wrist. But the one 100% new software feature is the rucking activity profile. You can select your pack weight and set up and track your ruck. So, which for those of you, if you don't know what rucking is, it's just hiking with a weighted backpack. That couldn't even make it look too cool here on the video. It's just putting on a backpack and walking. This new activity profile was leaked as a feature inclusion all the way back in December. I think I first saw it on 5krunner.com, so shout out to him. And I said I thought it was going to be included on the Instinct 3, but we do finally see its debut here on the Tactix 8, which also makes a lot of sense on the lineup. I would expect this to find its way to other watch models soon enough. Finally, let's quickly cover the tactical features that set this watch apart from the Phoenix lineup. You have the Applied Ballistics solver that we already covered, the Stealth mode, which stops storing and sharing GPS position and disables wireless connectivity and communication if you need to go dark, running some ops. Direct to aviation navigation, which navigates you to aviation points. Projected waypoints, which lets you set and save geopositions to be used for navigation. And night vision capability, which lets you greatly dim your watch so it can be read with night vision goggles. And that's about it. So at the end of the day, what we got was a very iterative and expected release from Garmin. This is a Fenix 8 with the same technical features that were found on previous models, along with the inclusion of the rucking profile. So do you think this watch hit the mark? If you have an older Tactix edition, will this be your chosen upgrade? Do you think that Garmin delivering pretty much what was expected is enough in this situation, or were you expecting more from the tactical edition of their premium flagship? Let me know in the comments. As always, I'm Dave, and this is Dave Does Fitness. Have an awesome day and stay fit.